I'm going to let this dry so that I have a gasket, kind of an O-ring type thing. Okay, I've just wired the dash, just temporarily. Got the Russ Thompson turn signal. It's not wired, it's just sitting where everything goes. I'm getting ready to put everything together. This button here is going to be the horn. There's the factory 5 horn just stuck on there for now, so I can identify what's what here. Each one of these wires are just stuck where they belong. I'm going to clean it all up quite a bit. These wires connect together there. I'm not going to use the indicator lights, the factory 5 supplies. I'm going to use the lights that are built into the gauges. They'll tell me left, right, or high beam. It's a small light that's right inside there. We'll just use that. So it looks like a mess, but everything is going right where it belongs. You see, this is the lights for the high beam, low, high and low, and left and right turn signal. So those lights will come on. And everything goes to these 3 plugs in the back of the dash. These switches and the ignition. The ignition will go here. Actually, the ignition goes here, I believe, and the horn is there, but I'm not going to use that horn, so I've got a lot of room for other switches that I'm going to use. The factory 5 vintage gauges is what these are, and the speedo does not connect to the transmission or anything. It has a GPS. It's a GPS speedometer, and this is the GPS antenna. So it's pretty high tech. All right, I got all the wires. These 2 I didn't use, so I just took a little bit of heat shrink. I have a kit here. Use the heat shrink on those. These pieces are what I've been using to connect these wires, and it's basically heat shrink and solder in here. And it's heat shrink and solder together, so that you just put heat to it, and the solder will melt and solder the wires together all in one shot. Works really good. So anyway, I got all the wires together. This here, and I just took some black tape and put on there. And all I have to do now is bundle all this up and put some electrical tape on it all. Just clean it up, make it look neat, and stick it on the car. Now the switches and stuff I'm not going to do just yet. I want to wait and make sure all this is going to work before I go changing, because I have to change this. This is a turn signal from factory 5, so I'm going to take this off here after I get everything connected, and then run it into the Russ Thompson system here. Same thing with the horn, but I'll wait, put this all together, and then wire it up. But for now, I'm just cleaning up the back here, and I'm going to go ahead and stick this to the car. Okay, it's just sitting on here right now. I have to do something to tie this stuff back, because the dash, this is the dash wiring right here. It's not even in there yet. And this here is the Russ Thompson, part of the Russ Thompson turn signal. The shaft there. Yeah, I gotta clean this up in here. Okay, this silicone is dried and made itself into a nice gasket. Some machine screws here. Gotta drill that out. Drill them both out. coming together. Beep, beep. All right, the dash is just sitting here. I got the GPS antenna magnetically mounted right there. It's all plugged in. Everything's just mocked up right now. It's not in permanently, as you can see. But I put Russ Thompson's setup in here. I did not hook it up yet. It's still hanging down here. I got these wires hanging down here. Nothing's tight. It's just sitting in here. It's just to see if everything is going to fit in there. So that's all sitting up there like that. I got the heater done. I had to go to Lowe's and get some, not Lowe's, but a Home Depot to get some screws there. I had like one of each type of screw, I think. So I had to go get a set that were all the same. So the blower motor's mounted in there good. I still need some sort of bracket here to tighten that up. I don't like that movement. It's not a lot of movement, but it's enough that makes me want to get something in there. Anyway, here's the box. Not the box, but the, well, yeah, it's a box, but it's the heater core. So this is extra wire for lights, or for another light. I'm gonna put a light inside the glove box, I think. All these lights will be run off the one headlight switch that connects to all the other lights. And I'm thinking of putting a couple of those lights up here on the firewall. Anyway, everything's just kind of laying out. Yeah, that's it so far. I'm getting ready to put the parking brake in. I'll put that in permanently. Alright, I never have put the filler neck on. I'm about to though. Get all these little things taken care of that I haven't done for whatever reason. This, I didn't put this in because I figured I'd be bumping into it and Okay, I go through the manual. This is the manual that came with my kit. This manual here is one of 4 books. Basically, it's the same as this. It's just from an earlier kit. One of the guys on Facebook, can't think of his name offhand, but he gave it to me. Just had to pay shipping, and I was able to read through this ahead of time, along with the app on my phone from Factory 5. I bought the one that you can download and you can sit and read on your phone. I bought the complete kit and the basic kit, and kind of read through the differences in the both, and I decided to go with the complete kit. I'm glad I did so far. I mean, I'm gonna have a bunch of extra parts left over, but that's pretty much, I guess, to be expected, really. I mean, I'm not gonna use that type of fuel filter. I had an idea to use a different one, which this is fine. I mean, this way you can just run down to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever and get you a replacement. Whereas using the performance stuff, you got to get from Summit or wherever. But I go through the book and I dog-ear the pages of stuff that I haven't done, or stuff that I haven't done that I've passed by. For instance, wheel alignment. I left that page dog-eared so that I can remember that I got to go back to get to that. Same thing with my axle, my rear axle setup, my 3-link system. I'm missing parts. I'm missing those right-hand thread links. I got the left-hand thread links, but I don't have the right-hand rod ends. So can't do that until I get that in. And this is part of those rod end links. So I'm just looking for anything else that I haven't done yet.